GOVT forces on verge of liberating central Syria after 4 years of terrorists' occupation. Tehran FNA government troops are about to capture the entire lands in central Syria after 4 years of terrorists' occupation following the recent advances against ISIL in eastern Hama and Homs, field sources said. The army forces have inflicted heavy defeats on ISIL terrorists by recapturing the key town of al-Sakna in eastern Homs and advancing against terrorists in the southern part of Raqqa province, the sources said. In the meantime, thousands of army soldiers deployed in eastern Hama are ready to launch a large-scale operation to liberate the ISIL-held town of Akirabat, reports said, adding that the Syrian and Russian fighter jets have been continuously bombing ISIL's positions and supply lines east of the town of El Salamiya in Hama. Akirabat has long been the ISIL's main stronghold in central Syria, as it is a crossroad town that is located near the provincial borders of the Hama, Homs, and Raqqa provinces. ISIL's defeat in al-Sakna was a severe blow to the terrorists in Akirabat. Losing Akirabat after al-Sakna will leave ISIL no choice but to abandon central Syria and move their remaining militants to the eastern parts of the country and Deir Ezzar. A military source said last week that the army troops and popular forces were standing for order to launch the final battle in central Syria to drive ISIL out of their last strongholds in eastern Hama. The source said that the army soldiers and popular combatants were preparing for the final phase of a large-scale operation in eastern Hama amid arrival of a large number of fresh forces and a large volume of military equipment to the region. The army engaged in tough battle with ISIL in eastern Homs, southern territories of Raqqa province and in Deir Ezzar province. The source further said that the army was going through the final stages of preparation to kick off heavy attacks on the town of Akirabat, ISIL's main stronghold in eastern Hama. Akirabat is located along the road to the town of al-Sakna that is one of the most important strongholds of ISIL in eastern Homs, so ISIL's defeat in Akirabat will be a severe blow to the terrorists in al-Sakna. Liberation of Akirabat region is a main objective of the Syrian and Russian forces' operation in eastern Hama, as Akirabat is considered ISIL's main stronghold in the province. Damascus is on the verge of imposing full control over the central parts of the war-hit country after 3.5 years as ISIL withdrew from Aleppo province and along with the Syrian army troops advances in Raqqa province. Following the army's control over Aleppo and its forces' continued advances in Raqqa province and eastern Homs and Hama, it now seems that the central parts of the country will soon be cleaned of terrorists after 3.5 years of occupation. With the liberation of the regions east of El Salamiya and recapturing of the remaining regions in northeastern Homs, the army forces will be capable of imposing full control over the central part of the country. Experts believe that simultaneous with the army's anti-ISIL operations in Homs, Hama and Raqqa provinces, the pro-government forces control over Deir Ezzar province that is considered as the second bastion of ISIL in Syria after Raqqa, can end ISIL's presence in the war-torn country.